Welcome back to fixbuildrace. New year, new car. Well, not exactly new. It's my 1974 Ford Escort. Had this was my first car, so I had this since I was 15. It's a long time now, 8 years. But hasn't been running for 2, so typical me fashion. So all we got to do is the frost plugs for now. Hopefully nothing else breaks. This car, has a habit of braking every time I drive it. MX5 still on the hoist. You'll see what happened to that in a later video, but we've got a plan for it, so stay tuned for that. It'll get done. Still got the mow too, so. So here she is. It's originally a 1300 GT, but it's got a 1600 cross flow in it at the moment. It's got some nice paint that was done before I bought it. Don't worry about the front. But yeah, it's pretty much stock. It's not fast, but it's definitely a lot of fun to drive. Hopefully we can get it running today. It's just lowering springs in the rear. Well, not lowering springs, lowering blocks because it's leaf springs. Pretty much standard 1600 cross flow engine. So these are different to the ones that the engines that we have in our race cars, which are, well, they're also cross flow, but these are a push rod motor. It's got a Movember 3236 downdraft. Pretty standard on these. That's new, so I've had that done. It's a rebuilt motor that I did when I was about 16. So I melted a piston. If I can find photos of that, I'll get Jack to drop it in here. Holy shit!
So that's Sam's melted piston. Just needs a quick polish up operation, doesn't it? The bearings weren't happy either.
But other than that, this is the car that I learnt to do things on. Good starting car. They're really basic.
So everything Sam just said went straight over my head. The Movember 3250 and what?
3236. That's the size of the bowl, the jets or something.
So I know nothing about carbies. I own a carbie truck, but luckily I don't have to do much with that. So this is all new for me, so Sam's just gonna tell me what to do and I'll f***ing do it. Let's get into it. So as Sam said, we're doing the frost plugs and...
I don't know if I actually said that. Did I?
Yeah, I think you did.
Oh.
If you didn't, we're doing the frost plugs and I'm told that they're at the back of the engine and the engine has to come out for that, so that's what we're doing. Oh my god.
Look,
Sam is a crusader. Yummy.
Alright, so it's all done, so undone, should I say. Just like that.
Just like that.
The extractors for the factory had a log manifold, so these are a 4-in-1.
Yeah, just 4-in-1 on it.
Performance.
Performance.
Alright, engine's ready to come out. That we're pretty much, probably like an hour tops into this, so they're super easy to work on. So we're just gonna take this engine mount off, loosen that one off. I'll take that last valve housing bolt out and we should be good.
Yeah.
Easy as that. Good shit.
There we go. Easy as that.
About an hour.
Hour and a bit.
Give or take. Alright, so these are the frost bugs. Probably should have looked up what they do, but
They just seal it.
I think it's something to do with like stopping the water freezing or the coolant freezing in the block, but it doesn't get that cold in Auckland, and we have antifreeze as well. So, but as you can see, it's rusty water coming out there. So we've got to take that one out. I have a whole set, so we might as well do all of them.
Yeah, there's one there as well.
So yeah, one there, one there. We've got one in the back of the head, and then we got one down here. And yeah, I'll show you once I figure out how to get them out, how to do that, and how to get them back in. Then engine back in, start her up, go for a drive, do some skids.
He's busting a hole in it.
Is it?
Oh no, are you? What are you trying to do? Chris?
Spin it.
Well, you need to go sideways to spin it, don't you?
Well, like spin it, like hit one side and then it
Oh, okay. Yep.
pivots.
Looks like it's doing that.
Yeah.
Yep. Oh. Sorry,
Still water
Jimmy.
on it.
Nice and clean antifreeze coming out. Good to see you look after your cars.
Well, it's going, antifreeze is going in it, so
Good.
that's all that matters.
Maybe not the first time. We'll run it on water for a little bit to clear all that gunk and shit out, and then probably drain it again. Oh, yummy. You always just chuck your finger in it.
Oh, well, that wasn't so hard. Why did it take me 2 years to do that?
Hour to get the engine out. 2 minutes to get each plug out, and then we'll see how hard it is to put them back in. Alright, the other one. Probably should have made sure you had the right kit first, but I guess you don't need the car anyway, so.
It's the only one I can find in New Zealand, so.
It has to be the right one. You sealed it in there with your paint, bro.
Oh.
Don't drop it in there.
Yeah. I was thinking that.
Oh, you dropped it in there. Nice one. That's why you use antifreeze / corrosion inhibitor, people. Sam?
Do what I say, not what I do.
Do what I say and what I do. Do what I say, not what Sam does.
Alright, so I've just got the first frost plug in. Just went in just about as easy as it did coming out. So just going to get a bit of RTV.
Just a tiny smear because it's a real tight fit.
Just sit it in there as evenly as I can.
And crooked ears, bro.
No, it's pretty good. And just get a socket on there. And tap it in nice and straight. Sweet, so they're just sitting inside. So just get them flush and then Plus a bit more.
Then clean your RTV off and you're good to go. So we could have done this in the car because that's the exhaust side, so we could have just dropped the manifold and done it in the car. We're hoping to do that one just there and that one down there, but
that one down there is about that big and
a lot bigger than the ones we have.
Those are the only ones we have left over, so
we think that one might be the one for the head, but we're not 100%. We tried measuring, but
I'd rather better be safe than sorry. That one's fine and
doesn't look like it's ever been leaking, so, and it only takes an hour to take the engine out.
So it's gonna come back out at some point anyway, I'm sure. But yeah, now we'll just throw it back in. Go for a ride.
Easy as that. Giving it a bit of gas. Choke out.
Where you start your bastard?
No, do you? I got carb cleaner in the truck.
I'm sure we do.
Which one is the primary?
Oh, I don't know.
Just do both.
Spray it. Spray it and pop.
Where's the fire extinguisher? Over there.
Truck.
See if it does anything. You brought some gas, so do you want to put that in so it's good gas mixed with shit gas?
Yeah, might as well.
And then it'll make half good gas. So the car wouldn't fire on the old start ya bastard, and we could see fuel coming out of the jets. So this meant that the car must not be getting any spark, so the easiest thing we could try was throwing a different coil in there and seeing if that fixed it. Alright, we'll just see if it runs. Alright, so here we are checking if there is any spark out of the coil, and as you can see there isn't. However, the coil has power, so this leads us to the next step, which is to check the points. Hey! Oh, good. It was the points. Eyeball set them, so if it makes it home, set them properly. Wipers on a switch.
Yeah, cuz.
You gotta stop them at the bottom to get them to stop. So we need to set the idle properly. I've got the cable pretty much all the way out. Of course, yeah, just straight into full send.
I don't even know if the brakes work properly.
Well, I should probably check that. Oh yeah, they work. How much I trust this car, or you.
Hey?
I don't know how much I trust this car, or you. You know how you told me this thing broke every time you drove it?
This car has a habit of braking every time I drive it.
I wonder why. Meant us up. Sort of car you just meant to fucking cruise in.
What do you mean? It's the boy racer car from back in the day.
Yeah, back in the
OG rally days.
back in the 80s and 90s when they weren't so old.
Not as loud as the Casita.
No, I think.
Little crunch in the fourth.
Gearbox is 50 years old.
Not quite.
What is it, a 76?
No, 74. So next year.
Oh, next year it's 50 years old. 49. Oh, far out.
Older than like most of our viewers probably.
Older than me and you combined, bro.
Yeah. So I think we maxed out there at 80 kilometers.
That was as fast as it went.
Yeah.
As fast as it'll go. Nice. Alright. It's also doing this.
I think the brakes are a bit seized on.
Yeah.
Do you like my horn too?
Yeah, I saw those. Shit, indicators work. Well, I don't know if they work, they make the sound though.
Alright, so as you see, came back the next day, just changed the points out, that's all it was. Gonna take it home, gonna try and get a WOF for it so I can actually drive it legally, and I'll have 2 street legal cars out of my 5. Ideally I want to get the car all one colour at some point, so try and save up a bit of coin to do that. Other than that, just drive it and enjoy it.
Maybe do the rock cover gasket.
Yeah, maybe do that.
I think it's leaking.
Oh yeah, it's nice and oily. There's oil puddles.
It goes pretty hard for a little single overhead cam with a maniac driving it. Never mind, found a gasket in their pile of escort bits. So Sam's going to quickly change that before he goes home so he doesn't lose all his oil on the way home.
But yeah, that's it for this one, and we'll catch you in the next one. Stay tuned.
I don't really put much soul in it. It's like I don't think that I'm with it. I'm on the pro team. You'll be calling that Olympic. They see me rolling. No millionaire, I'm son it. Peter, 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 Pop, well,